My name is Mary Elizabeth Hasselbrook. My major is in the recreational department, so I'm a therapeutic recreation major. I am a 5th year going on my 6th year in the fall. I'm super excited because it's hopefully my last year. So right now I'm an on-campus student, but I work off campus, so I drive quite a bit on and off campus. Next year I will be a commuter to CMU, and that would be my transportation. Right now, because I'm on campus, I do not have any troubles with transportation. I do have trouble sometimes when I get home from work, because if I get home from work late, I have to park in the furthest parking lot in East Campus to walk all the way to the dorms. So it gets a little cold sometimes. I have taken some of the on-campus transportation. I've taken iRide because I lived in an apartment over the summertime, and it was cheaper for me to take the bus to places like grocery stores or CMU, because over the summertime it's easier to print things here for me. Sometimes it was quite a bit of a wait to get on the bus, so that was a little inconvenient. I had to make sure I planned my day like a few days ahead of time, so I make sure I know when the bus is coming, when it's not coming, where it's going.
Right on.
I liked iRide. It's just you have to make sure you know what the bus schedule is. So if you're a busy college student and if like the bus schedule changes, it gets difficult to adjust your school schedules. Like over the summer, when I lived in the apartment, it was sometimes difficult because my car did break down. So I had to figure out like my whole life off of the iRide. So it was interesting. I'd have them drop me off on campus and then I'd walk to where I live, because iRide is not technically supposed to come where I live because I work in a group home. So it was a little inconvenient sometimes, but I had to call ahead of time and plan ahead. For their needs, I know like my friend Jill, who lives further away on some of the apartments that are further away, the buses are not there often, so sometimes she has to get up like 8 o'clock in the morning for a 10 a.m. class just to make sure she's on campus on time. I know she's had problems with that, but personally for me, I have not had any problems. For consistent and reliable transportation, I feel is important because classes are important. We are spending a lot of money on these classes, so sometimes if the transportation is behind or something, it would be very difficult for CMU students to get here on time. Another thing is that CMU students are very busy. I know a lot of my friends, we're always on the go because we're jobs, and my major requires a lot of shadowing, so sometimes it's difficult to get to places sometimes.